Hey there everyone, it's Moose and thank you so much for joining me back here. I'm actually kind of excited for this video. One, it's a reading vlog, which I feel like I've been slacking on, so I'm excited to do that. But it is going to be a reading vlog for one of my favorite books. I am going to be reading The Help by Catherine Stockett. I should say I'm going to be rereading The Help by Catherine Stockett. It has been years since I've read this book. I don't think I've read it since like high school, and I just finished my master's degree, so I did like 5 years of college, graduated high school in 2016, and I don't think I read this as a senior, so it's been like 5-6+ years since I've read this book, but I do remember being absolutely blown away by it when I did read it. I have always considered it one of my favorite books, just because of how much I loved it when I read it the first time. The second time, I know I've reread it. Whenever I've read it, I've always enjoyed it. This is, I guess you would consider it a historical fiction about Black maids in the 1960s. So when the Civil Rights Movement and all of that was going on, which is one of my favorite time periods to learn about in terms of history in general, which might contribute to why I like this book so much, because it is set in a time period that I just find interesting isn't the right word. I love rebellion. I love a little bit of fighting back. I'm not a very rebellious person myself, but it gets me pumped. I like that kind of stuff. Might be why I like dystopians so much. That's usually a running theme in dystopians. So yeah, I enjoy that whole, it's not a trope, I just enjoy that theme in general. So yes, I'm going to be reading The Help, historical fiction, Black maids in, is it Mississippi? Yeah, Jackson, Mississippi. And it's basically a journalist asks the maids to kind of tell their story, to bring it to light and to kind of show people really how these women are being treated. It's a great story. I do remember like the plot twist in this with one of the white women really got to me at the time that I read it the first time. A lot has happened in my life since then that would make it even more impactful for me this time through, I think. So I'm anxious to see how I react to that. I remember them not making as big a deal about it in the movie as it's made in the book. I do remember that. To be fair, I've only seen the movie like once, and like I say, it's been years since I've read the book, so we'll see. With that being said, if you have not read the book or you have not seen the movie, and you don't want spoilers, maybe don't watch this video, because I do plan on talking rather freely as I read through this. This is really just a reading vlog to, one, see if it's still one of my new favorite books, and two, kind of just give a reflection on how I feel about it now, regardless of whether it's one of my favorite books still. So I am really excited to read it. I have already started. I started last night. I'm on I'm in the middle of chapter 3, page 51 out of like 550, I think. Yeah, around 550. So about 500 pages to go. I didn't realize this book was as thick as it was, had as many pages as it does. That's fine. I'm going rather quickly, I think. So I'm excited, and I'm excited to bring you guys along. Hey. I haven't had a whole lot of time for reading the past couple of days, but Sam is napping. He should actually be finishing his nap any minute now. I'm just waiting on it. And he's been napping for like 2 hours, but I'm reading in the meantime while I wait for him to wake up, because I had some stuff to take care of earlier. I am in the middle of chapter 5, page 65. And I'm finally on a chapter with Miss Skeeter. I keep wanting to call her Reader Skeeter from Harry Potter, but it's just Skeeter. A couple things I forgot about this story. The dialect that they use for Aibileen and Minnie It's not throwing me off or anything like that. I just forgot that it was written that way. And it really was very apparent once I started reading this chapter from Skeeter, and it's just regular English. Sam's waking up now. He's rolling around. But so far, I am enjoying it. Some things are coming back to me. I'm remembering some things that happen in this book, and I'm excited. I don't remember exactly what happens with Miss Celia and like pregnancy and babies. I have a perception in my mind of what I thought was happening, and now I'm kind of thinking maybe I was wrong about it now that I'm reading it again. So I don't know. I'm excited to read that part again and see what's actually going on, because I think I've forgotten that a little bit. Otherwise, so far so good. Hey guys, I just laid down for the night. It's about 9:30, a little after 9:30. Just finished reading my Bible, and I'm about to read some of The Help. I read a little bit. I've been going slowly through this book. I just feel like I never have time to read it here lately. I'm on page 112, chapter 6, maybe 7, chapter 7. So page 112, chapter 7, a little over 400 pages to go, I guess. There's my progress. I feel like I'm not making good progress, but I do think things are about to pick up if I remember correctly. So I'm excited. I'm enjoying it so far. I fully anticipate this to still be one of my favorite books. It's just good. Some things are making me sad. A lot of things have changed in my life since the last time I read this book. I'm pretty sure I still lived at home last time I read this. I'm an adult now. I'm not in school anymore. I live 8 hours away from my family. I have a child of my own. So my life is just in a very different place. And I do think that is affecting how I'm viewing this as I read it. Some things in this book are making me a lot more sad. Some of them mad that did not affect me this way before, especially with May Mobley, which is the little girl that Aibileen cares for. Her mom is trash in the worst way possible. Yeah, she makes me mad. Anyways, it's going good. Hey, I'm about to go to bed. It's just after 10 o'clock, but I'm tired, and Sam has been waking up early. Where am I at? Chapter 14. I just made it to chapter 14. I just read a chapter of The Help. Page 214, I think. And I'm getting anxious. Hilly just went through Skeeter's bag. And Skeeter's seeing, like, the senator's son or whatever. First of all, I forgot there was, like, any romance concerning Skeeter in this book. I forgot all about that. And I just forgot so much about this book. I'm still really enjoying it, though. And so far, like, I still anticipate it to still be a favorite of mine. It's just amazing how much I've forgotten. And I'm getting anxious. I know there has to be conflict. Of course there's conflict. It's not a good plot if there's no conflict. But I'm getting anxious. So, yeah, not halfway. About a third of the way through, I guess. I would like to finish it by the end of this coming up week. Tomorrow is Sunday. So I would like to finish it this coming up week. Hopefully. I just haven't had a whole lot of time to read at night, but we'll see. Hey guys, I'm about halfway through The Help right now. I haven't really been able to just sit down and read a whole lot here lately. I usually read during Sam's nap time or before bed, and both have just been super busy here lately. So I'm actually taking Sam's nap time today to just sit and read. That's all I'm doing today. I'm on page 262, chapter 17. I'm almost finished with 17, like 2 or 3 pages left. And then I'm done with 17 and I'll be on 18. What to say? My anxiety about Skeeter is eased a little bit, but it's not completely gone. And there are a lot of things I have forgotten. Minnie just found out that Miss Celia is an alcoholic, which I had forgotten about. I guess really the only thing I really like internalized from this book was her and the babies. And I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember exactly if she is miscarrying or self-aborting. I don't remember. But that's about the only thing that I remember. Otherwise, though, I'm enjoying it. And I really just want to finish it. Not because I'm not enjoying it, but I'm at the point now where it's taking me a little longer than I wanted to read this. And whenever that starts to happen in a book, I kind of get into a reading slump. Yeah, I don't like to take too long on a book. So I just want to get it over with and get it finished. So that's why I'm taking today to just read. But it's good. I'm enjoying it. I just got to that part about the babies. My heart is broken. I'm sad. Hey guys, I have actually made quite a bit of progress on the help. I am on page 447 out of like 550, so I only have about 100 pages left, which is excellent. Yeah, I've just been reading this like kind of just throughout my day. Sam is doing like independent playtime or like sneaking some pages in while I'm cooking dinner, that kind of stuff. So I'm almost finished with it. I'd like to finish it tonight. Realistically, it's about 10:30, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to, because I don't want to stay up too late and then be super tired tomorrow. But I am almost finished with it. A lot has happened, of course, because I was like less than halfway through maybe last time I checked in. Miss Celia, I already said I was sad about that. Skeeter didn't break up with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend broke up with her, and now they're back together. And their relationship is still making me anxious because she hasn't told him what she's done with the book and stuff like that. The whole situation just kind of makes me anxious. Her mom's situation, her mom is sick. That makes me sad. It blows my mind how much I've forgotten about this book. I can't even remember how it ends, which just blows my mind. Again, it's been like 5 or 6 years since I've read this, at least, if not longer. So I guess it makes sense that I wouldn't remember everything, but I thought I would remember more than this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I don't know what else to say other than I'm just enjoying rediscovering it. I feel like I'm not reading it for the first time, but at the same time, like, I've forgotten pretty much everything. So I kind of am almost reading it for the first time because I don't remember what comes next. It's like I have that feeling as if I'm reading it for the first time, where I just want to keep reading it because I don't know what's going to happen. Even though I should know what's going to happen, because I've read it before and I consider this to be one of my favorite books. Side note, I think it is still going to be one of my favorite books. Yeah, I don't remember how it ends, so I'm excited to see how it ends. I am going to sit here and read. I have a video processing right now. I've been like pre-filming and pre-editing and all that stuff. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to read a little bit, but it's going really well and I'm almost done. So I don't think I'll finish tonight, but I do think I will finish tomorrow. It's 11:30, and I'm on page 501. I'm going to be tired tomorrow anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and finish it. It's 11:55, but I finished it. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of sad right now. I don't really cry over books. Could probably count on one hand how many times I've cried over a book. I almost cried over this one at the end, especially with May Mobley and Abilene. So sad. And it makes me mad. Just Hilly in general makes me mad. But I'm tired, and I'm sure I'll have more thoughts tomorrow. So I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, it's the next day. I've had time to kind of think about my thoughts think where I've landed. I do still think it's one of my favorite books. Such a great story. It's not a favorite book in terms of I'm trash for it and I'll reread it over and over again. It's just such a great story that just makes you like think. Just makes you think. I like the ending. It's sad. I think I said last night, I can't remember what I said last night. It was like midnight when I finished this vlog. But I did almost cry, which surprised me a little bit. I don't know if it's because I was tired last night or what. If it was really that sad, I don't know. But I did almost cry last night. I don't know. It broke my heart to have May Mobley break down over Aibileen. And quite frankly, I was so mad at Hilly. This book, yeah, it just makes you sad. It makes you mad. But it still ends on kind of a hopeful note at the same time. It's not a happy ending by any means, but it's a hopeful ending, which I appreciate and enjoy. I enjoy that it's kind of realistic and that everything didn't work out completely in the end. But then again, things weren't so terrible to where your heart was just completely ripped open. And you were left feeling kind of empty. I like that there was a positive note at the end of a realistic story. So yeah, I do really enjoy it still. I do consider it still to be one of my favorites. I'm blown away, shocked by how much I had forgotten about this book. I didn't remember hardly anything about it, which was good in a way because I kind of got to experience it anew, just like it was my first time reading it again. So it was good in that regard. It's just, I don't know, it's baffling to me that I've always considered this to be one of my favorite books and I remembered so little of it. So I guess maybe if you considered a book to be one of your favorites, maybe sit down and think about how much do you actually remember of it. Because I didn't remember hardly anything, but then again, I have a terrible memory in general. One thing I want to say that bothers me a little bit, the book and the description, so they write the book of the maids' stories and stuff like that. Why didn't they make the description, like, they described that book as being like a blue cover with a white dove on the front. Why didn't they make the cover of the book that cover? That would have been like, that would have made more sense in my mind, I think. I don't know. That would have made sense to me, but no, they didn't do that. Anyways, that's just a small little thing that just irks me a little bit. Like, they had a great opportunity to do that and they didn't. Anyway, so that's really all I had to say about it. Yeah. Trigger warning of miscarriage, if that is a trigger warning for you and you're thinking about reading this book. I don't know why you would watch this video if you haven't read this book yet, because I told you in the beginning and there were going to be spoilers, but trigger warning if you need it. So yeah, still one of my favorite books. I'm glad I reread it. Again, not one of the type of book that I'm going to reread like year after year, but it's a good story and it's one I'll keep. I don't know how entertaining this was to watch. I really did this for me to see if it's still one of my favorite books, and I'm glad that it is. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe down below, leave a comment, let me know what are some of your favorite books. Maybe not the kind that, again, you're trash for, in the sense that you'll just like eat up the story no matter what, and that you'll reread it and reread it, but what are some of your favorite books? I'm curious to know. You guys are awesome. I am so thankful for you. And we'll be back here next time, guys. See ya!